Hello everyone and welcome to the YouTube channel of Being ACCA. This is Tushita Gupta, ACCA affiliate, one of the co-founders of Being ACCA. So this video is to let you guys know about the common mistakes that PM and FM students make while writing their answers in the exam. So I at Being ACCA conduct test series for PM and FM students. So I have been evaluating a lot of answer scripts. I have evaluated multiple tests for several students. So I know that what are the common mistakes that they are making. So now the objective of this video is to share those common mistakes with all of you so that you do not make those mistakes. And at the end, I will also give you 4 general tips with which you can further prepare better for your exams. So the very first mistake which I notice common amongst both of these papers is that you guys fail to understand the meaning of the verb. So there are different verbs which are there in the requirement that you get in the exam. So let's suppose there's a verb called discuss. Another verb is, let's suppose, explain. Another verb is, let's suppose, state. So discuss is one such verb wherein you need to discuss, wherein it's going to be something which is a discussion which is going to be detailed. So there's going to be pros, there's going to be cons. And when you talk about a verb which is a little bit more simpler, wherein you just have to probably explain, explanations are a little bit more concise compared to a discussion. So explanation will obviously involve both of the things, pros and cons, but then you need to ensure that the answer length that you write is according to the verb that has been given in the requirement. And if it's a very simple verb, for example, you have to state something, so this needs to be said that this is so and so, and the requirement is done with. So you need to understand the verbs properly. If you guys want, I will create a separate video where I will show you all of the verbs that can be tested and how much detail, what all are you supposed to talk about when those verbs are given. Do let me know in the comments down below if you want me to make that video. Now the second mistake that I get very often is with respect to the different concepts. So there are concepts, some of the important concepts. If I talk about PM, it could be about variances, specific costing techniques like ABC, marginal costing, absorption costing. Then if I talk about FM, it'll be the investment appraisal, it'll be concepts like working capital, weighted average cost of capital. So these are a few common concepts which are bound to be tested some way or the other, some weightage or the other in your exams. So if you know that this is something which is going to be there in the exam, why are you guys not giving it the due time and attention? You guys need to practice things properly so that you are able to the concepts are thorough in your mind. Only then you will be able to address the numerical conceptual questions. So ensure that whatever are those areas which are bound to be tested in the exam, you are giving them the due time and attention. And then another mistake which I would like to talk about, it's a huge one. I know this sounds very small, but it is a huge one, believe me, is time management. You guys need to manage your time well. You exceed the time limits. These are small tests right now, but when you eventually go for your final exam, the time is what matters the most. So you need to ensure that the time that you are spending is according to the 1.8 minute per mark rule. You have 100 marks of paper, 180 minutes that you get for your exam. So for every mark you have 1.8 minutes. Every question should be answered by multiplying the number of marks available with 1.8. That gives you the exact time that you're supposed to spend on that question, not a second less, not a second more. So this is how you should be working upon your time management. This should be built in you by now, but if it's still not, whatever practice that you do from today onwards should be basis this rule. Another mistake which I see is that students do the number crunching well. They know this is the formula that needs to be used. They take in the values, put those values in the formula, and they get the numerical answers. But the thing, the place where you guys lag the most is that you do not know the meaning of what you have calculated. If you have calculated a percentage, you should know what that signifies. Let's suppose if I have calculated that my weighted average cost of capital, or let's suppose my debt to equity ratio. Last year it was 40%. This year it is 50%. Now I have done the numbers. It was very easy to take the numbers, put them in the formula, get the value. But what does that mean? The company earlier had, if it had 10 rupees of capital, 4 rupees was debt. Now 10 rupees, if it's the capital, 5 rupees is debt. So that means the company is taking more debt. More debt means you become more risky. There is more interest payment that you are committing yourself to. No matter if the company makes profits or losses, you still need to pay the interest on the new debt that you have taken. So ensure that you're not only doing just the numbers, but you also know what the meaning of those numbers is. Then another weak area which I see is the interpretation. Whatever you calculate, you need to know what that means. So this is about the interpretation part of it. And specifically, if I talk about the performance management exam, where there are questions from the performance measurement area, so where you talk about KPIs, where you talk about the balanced scorecard, this is where the students are most weak. They lag over here the most. So a practice of these questions, specifically the areas where you are weak, that is something which is required over here. So in short, so these were the few mistakes which I have found while evaluating the answer scripts of my students. So this is where I would like you all to improve and not make these mistakes. Now coming to the closing of this video, where I promised I will be giving you 4 tips which can help you prepare better. Number 1 tip is that you all have to appear for at least one mock exam which you need to get evaluated from a tutor. You can practice multiple mock exams, as many as you want, but at least one mock needs to be evaluated by a tutor, by a mentor, who is going to be an independent person who will judge your performance independently. There is not going to be any conflict of interest. So an individual, a third party needs to evaluate your mock exam for you. This is what you need to do. Another thing, second tip, is that you all need to go through the recent examiner reports. There are 6-8 examiner reports which are available on the ACCA website. So you all need to go through them very nicely, see what the common mistakes have been told by the examiner. There the examiner communicates with you. He or she tells you that these are the mistakes that the previous students made. You are not supposed to make those mistakes. So listen to the examiner, go through those reports, practice the questions that are there in those reports, and you'll be good to go. Third, the third tip which I would like to give you is that focus more on application-based learning rather than just rote learning the things. Any concept that you learn, think about the reason for everything. Do not just be cramming or learning things. Understand things by way of applying them. And the fourth tip that I would like to give you is that you all will be doing a lot of revision when it comes to the numerical concepts, but please take it from me, the theory is equally important. It's roughly 40 somewhere around 30 to 40% of your exam. So make sure that you're revising not only for the numerical portions but also for the theoretical areas, because this is a very integral part of your paper. So these were a few tips from me. Do let me know in the comments below if you have any questions. We are also always open on the DM on our Instagram. I also offer the mock evaluation facility for PM, FM, SBL and AFM. These are the 4 papers which I currently offer evaluations for. My other co-founder at Being ACCA Punya offers it for AA and AAA. We have been, God has been kind, we have been receiving positive feedback. Students benefit from this evaluation service. So in case you need some mentor to evaluate your mocks for you, we are there. You can reach out to us. Thank you so much for watching.